U.S. U-23s set for Toulon test, with Olympic qualifying looming. The U.S. Under-23 national team will face some tough challenges at the Toulon Tournament in France, as the event prepares the team for Olympic qualifying in October. It has been a full 3 years since the U.S. Under-23 national team failed to qualify for the 2012 Olympics, but the ghost of that failure continues to provide the impetus for a much stronger push toward the next Olympics. Jurgen Klinsmann has made no secret of the importance he's placed on the 2016 Olympics, and you can't really blame him. The 2018 World Cup team is sure to feature several players from the current Olympic age group. Missing out on the chance to compete in that event would be detrimental to Klinsmann's plans of building a 2018 team capable of making a run to the World Cup semifinals, his stated goal for the team. The 2012 Olympic qualifying debacle should have taught us that you can't take qualifying for granted, not even with a team as talented as the 2012 side was. The reality, though, is that the current U.S. team's path to a place in the Olympics is safer than it has ever been. Why? The scheduling of the qualifying tournament for October of this year has helped CONCACAF arrange for the all-important knockout rounds of the competition to take place during a FIFA fixture date. That means under-23 head coach Andy Herzog will be able to call up anybody he wants in the age group, including the likes of John Brooks and DeAndre Yedlin. With that in mind, here is the squad Herzog could trot out for the decisive Olympic qualifying match in October. Caleb Porter didn't have the luxury of calling in all of the player pool's top U-23s when he coached the 2012 team in Olympic qualifying. It is easy to forget that players such as Josie Altidore, Timmy Chandler, Alfredo Morales and Danny Williams were not available, and while that still doesn't excuse the team's failure, it does offer a reminder of just how much easier the current U-23 team will have it. So just how good is the current U.S. Under-23 team? We were given a glimpse in April, when Herzog's squad handed Mexico a 3-0 beating. A much better sampling will take place over the next 2 weeks in France, when the U.S. takes part in the Toulon Tournament, starting with Wednesday's match against France. The Toulon Tournament won't show the full team we are likely to see when the knockout rounds of the qualifying tournament take place, but it should offer a good glimpse of prospects who could emerge as key players by the time October rolls around. Here is a look at the potential starting lineup we'll see at the Toulon Tournament, and the players to keep an eye on, starting Wednesday. Julian Green. A year ago, Green was being named to the U.S. World Cup team ahead of scoring a goal in his loan appearance in Brazil. One disappointing loan stint at Hamburg later, and Green has become a bit of a forgotten man. There is a very real sense that Green has not lived up to the lofty expectations that came with his ticket to Brazil, but the Toulon Tournament could be the perfect opportunity for Green to show the qualities that made Klinsmann swoon. Jordan Morris. Few things get the American soccer hype train going quite like scoring goals against Mexico, so when Morris scored in wins against the Mexico senior team and the under-23 team in the span of a week, the bandwagon started to fill up fast. Boasting breakaway speed and a knack for finding gaps in the defense, Morris always figured to be a key contributor in Olympic qualifying. The Toulon Tournament should allow us to see just how Morris stacks up against top young talent from around the world. Mark Pelosi. Currently on the books at Liverpool, Pelosi has been a highly regarded youth player for some time, but lack of first-team action has made him more of a myth than legitimate prospect to this point. The Toulon Tournament will not only provide American fans with the first tangible look at him since he captained the U.S. in the 2011 U-17 World Cup, it should show us where Herzog sees Pelosi fitting in positionally. Pelosi considers box-to-box midfielder to be his best position, but he could help fill a need at left back, one of the weakest positions in the age group. Jerome Kieswetter. Quick quiz, name the only U.S. forward to play in a top 4 European league this season. If you didn't come up with Kieswetter, you wouldn't have been alone. The VfB Stuttgart striker has flown under the American radar a bit, but has been in U.S. youth national team circles for some time. He only made 2 first-team appearances for Stuttgart, so it's no guarantee he sees considerable playing time in the Toulon Tournament, but he is a talented forward prospect. Fataialashe. One of the more impressive rookies in MLS this season, Alish has stepped into the San Jose Earthquakes lineup and held his own in a defensive midfield role. He showed well for the U-23s in the April win against Mexico. There isn't a clear-cut defensive midfield starter in the U-23 player pool, so Alish could use the Toulon Tournament to take another step toward a starting role in Olympic qualifying. Cody Cropper. The longtime U.S. youth national team goalkeeper impressed against Mexico in April, and now that he has parted ways with Southampton, Cropper will be looking to impress potential employers as he heads toward the summer out of contract. The starter in the 2013 Under-20 World Cup, Cropper is projected to start this cycle's Olympic qualifiers, but struggles in the Toulon Tournament could open the door for someone like Charlie Horton or U.S. Under-20 starter Zach Steffen.